This is an open letter to President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, we are the families of the abducted victims of the tragic train attack by terrorists, which occurred on the 28th of March 2022, and conveying passengers from Abuja to Kaduna on the federal government train, which was supposed to have arrived at Kaduna at 8:40 p.m. It was unfortunate, and unfortunately, it never reached its destination. We are here today as a group yearning for solutions to bring our family members back home in good health and utmost safety. We would like to bring this to the world stage that we were only contacted by the kidnappers once since the incident, and the call was an assurance call to inform us that our family members are with them. Then a mere proof of a life, no health guarantees, and no government agency reached out to us, even though we had made attempts to see the right authorities and nothing. Well, the mere thoughts of our loved ones being in that perilous state for 17 days in a dehumanizing state, every attempt to reach out to the kidnappers for further discussion and negotiation has proven abortive. And then because the terrorists are mentioned in the video clip that they only want to discuss with the federal government, we are confused, and most of the victims are in their need of medical attention. For instance, there is a 7-month-old pregnant woman who is due for a cesarean session a few days from now. It's been 2 weeks, and that puts her more in harm's way. Her brother, who was shot, as untreated bullet wound. They have with them a toddler and an 85 years old woman who is diabetic, and so many others. Now, we don't have a clue on what to do next. Any additional loss of life results to unbearable sorrow to a family, but not for the government. We are the ones that we feel the pains of not seeing our loved ones again, or seeing them again. We are the ones to bear the burden of knowing we could have saved them. Now, had we been given opportunity to negotiate and get our loved ones out, we want to actively participate in ensuring that their safety. Nothing is too small or too much to secure the lives of the victims. Now, the longer they stay there, one cannot help but imagine the emotional, mental, and physical trauma they are going through at this moment, the abuses they suffer. This can have a lasting psychological effect on them from now onward. How will that 2-year-old toddler look at the society going around or going forward as it grows? We have lived in unprecedented agony this past 17 days. Food cannot be eaten without wondering if they have eaten. Sleep becomes evasive without thoughts of how they sleep. Amongst these victims are women who would have to go through their menstrual cycles completely unprepared. Oh no, it's a capital N, oh no. And then the images are just too painful to play out. But all we can do is to plead with the federal government and good people of the world to come to our aid in securing the safe release of our family members. Now, we are pleading to the kidnappers to provide room for dialogue so we can negotiate the release of our loved ones. We beg you to include them in your prayers and thoughts. It could have been any of us. It could have been any one of them. If it was to be Buhari's son, I know what, I don't know, maybe the Fulani Kingsmen or Nigeria, what Buhari would do to salvage the situation on time. When it comes to Nigerian citizens who are not related to the president, I believe they will just, get seen, acting with impunity and not minding the fundamental right of its citizen. It's a very clear vision. Now, if the letter is being written, it's an open letter to President Muhammadu Buhari. So either he listens or he does not listen. Even if he listens, I don't know if we can do the needful. That is what is embedded here, which the family are saying we are the families of the abducted victims. Then the victims abducted in the tragic train attack by terrorists, which occurred on the 28th of March 2022, conveying passengers from Abuja to Kaduna on the federal government train, which was supposed to have arrived in Kaduna at 8:40 p.m. Now, it was unfortunate, or rather, unfortunately, it never reached this destination. Let me come again. It says we are the families of the abducted victims. Now, they are the victims of the tragic train attack by terrorists, which occurred on the 28th of March 2022, convoying passengers from Abuja to Kaduna on the federal government train, which was supposed to have arrived Kaduna at 8:40 p.m. That's same day. Though it's unfortunate, unfortunately, it never reached its destination. We are here today as a group yearning for a solution to bring our family members back home in good health and the utmost safety. We would like to bring this to the world stage that we were only contacted by the kidnappers once since the incident, and the call was assurance a call to inform us that our family members are with them. A mere proof of life, no health guarantee. Now, no government agency reached out to us, even though we had made attempts to see the right authorities, but nothing. The mere thought of our loved ones now being in that perilous state of for 17 days in a dehumanizing state, and which every attempt to reach out to the kidnappers for further discussion and negotiation, it has been proven abortive, because the terrorists mentioned in video clip that they only want to discuss with the federal government. Says where we are confused, and most of the victims are in their need of a medical attention. For instance, there is a 7-month-old pregnant woman. Wow. She's due for cesarean section. Now, a few days from now, it's been 2 weeks, and that puts her more in harmful way. Well, I would say a brother who was shot has an untreated bullet wound. They have with them a toddler and an 85-year-aged woman who is diabetic, and so many others. They can move, they can walk. Well, we don't have a clue on what to do. Any additional loss of life results to unbearable sorrow. Yeah, bearable sorrow to a family, but not the government. We are the ones that will feel the pains of not seeing them again. We are the ones to bear the burden of knowing we could have saved them. Had we been, or rather, had we been were given an opportunity to negotiate and get our loved ones out, we want to actively participate in ensuring their safety. Nothing is too small or too much to source or to secure the lives of the victims. And now, the longer they stay there, one cannot help but imagine the emotional trauma, mental and physical trauma, and they are going through. They are going through at the moment. Well, I know we're standing. This is another. Okay, I just without missing what this one, I'm going to draw the curtain. Thanks for listening.